Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I would just like to say once again, thank you so much so far for all the love everybody has shown me. I genuinely did not expect it. I just sit here and like speak my truth and the life that I live with my beautiful boy. And I've been so overwhelmed with the most incredible messages. Thank you so much. It just makes me realise that what I'm doing is the right thing. And I'm so grateful to each and every one of you who sends me your beautiful messages, has shared my video, have viewed it, have subscribed. Like in the last 2 days, I've got loads of views and, comments and likes and shares. It's just been something that I did not expect. All I'm doing is giving you an unedited video. I literally just do it. I don't have no theme music. I don't have all these like still pictures before my video starts. I literally just come on here. It's all these videos are one take. I just sit here and I just say my stuff, and through me just speaking what I've lived for the last nearly 6 years, to me is nothing. Like, this is just what I do. But to have so much love from other people who have watched and who just, I can't believe it, to be honest with you. So thank you so much. Please continue to share. I'd really appreciate it. And think of it like this. It's not even just like, I don't want to burden you with it. I don't want to force you to share my stuff, but you could have people who you're friends with on your social medias who, are living a life with an autistic child as well. And it could be for them. You sharing that video could help somebody else out. Do you know what I mean? I always say in my videos, be kind and love one another. And it's just thinking about somebody else other than yourself for once. Like all of us think about ourselves, like that's just natural. But it's nice, especially the way the world's going right now, to think about others. And I honestly think that what I'm doing is just what I do, but I think that it's gonna benefit someone else, maybe just to have someone else to listen to and like be like, oh yeah, my kid does that, things like that, like comparisons, like, because I'm pretty certain from the messages I've had, like my friends have told me my brother acts like that, and with the lining up the toys and things like that. So I'm like, yeah, see, like that's exactly my point. So please continue to like, please continue to share, please continue to subscribe, and please, press the notification bell, so then whenever I upload new videos, you will get to see them straight away. So today I'm going to be speaking. I'm always going to have my little notepad here, because sometimes I get a bit muddled up in the head, and I just want to make sure that I'm giving to you everything that I think will help as well. So today I'm going to be talking about breaking things and bad habits. Again, I can only speak for what I live with my child who has autism. So don't think I'm just saying something and that, you might turn around and think, well, my kid don't do that or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's not for that. I'm just speaking for what has happened in my last 5 years with Deshaun, because it's his birthday next Sunday. He's going to be 6. I'm so excited. So yes, over the years, Deshaun has broke stuff. In my living room, like a lot of parents do, you obviously move things when you have kids. You move your stuff out the way. Do you know what I mean? But with Deshaun, I wanted to, because I remember when I had Dante 15 years ago, like I moved everything because that was my first child. Like, do you know what I mean? Everyone tells you around you, I'll move stuff because they're going to break it. And so I did with Dante. Whereas like this time around with Deshaun, again, not knowing that he had autism, like I thought, right, I'm going to leave everything where it is. Yeah. So it's probably a bit my fault, but then this is what he actually does. I thought, I'm going to leave everything where it is. I ain't moving anything. And I will just say to him, no, don't touch, and hope and pray that he will not touch. So, I pretty much left my stuff all there. He, gets these little things in his head where he continues to do stuff, and it's a repetitive thing. Yeah. So he broke my coffee table. He broke that. He smashed my TV. I had a massive like widescreen flat screen TV. He smashed that. What else did he do? He ripped my wallpaper. he pulled my carpet, you know, little pulley bits you get on your carpet in the corners, like he would pull them. Some of my parts of my carpet got lined through them now where he's pulled it out. And then he's a chewer, so he chews things. Everything goes in his mouth, everything. You've got to be so careful with him. Even if you're on the street, like if I take him to the park, you've got to check what he's doing because it will go in his mouth. You know, his own toys. I've spent hundreds of pounds in these 5 years on toys. And yeah, he's chewed them or he's broke them. With his toys, he doesn't greatly play with them. As I was saying before, he had his blocks, which I've had to get rid of the blocks now because he would chew them. So the blocks all got destroyed. So they were no longer, I don't see the point. When he destroys something, I won't replace it. I just will not buy it again because I don't see the point. He's going to destroy it again. So yeah, all his blocks are now gone. They've all been chewed and destroyed. So they've gone. The carpet, because when he does these things, I'm very firm with him and I say, no, Deshaun, you don't do that, you know, in a way that he'll understand. So he stopped the carpet pulling. The wallpaper, the wallpaper one. Right, so here's the story about the wallpaper. I've lived in my house like nearly 12 years, right? I take care of my stuff. I'm a bit of a clean freak. Everything's neat and tidy, kept good. I've got stuff for years that you'd think I only bought yesterday because they're in such good condition. And the wallpaper I done nearly 12 years ago when I moved in here. So when I started noticing bits of wallpaper gone. Like when I was hoovering and I have to move the sofa out the way to hoover underneath it and etc. There was a patch in the corner of the wall that was gone. And I was looking at it like, because my wall's cream and then the wallpaper's cream and red like the rest of my room, I was looking and I was thinking, is that ripped or is that just the cream bit of wall? But no, it was ripped. The shine had ripped it. And I was thinking, how did he even think to go in the corner of the room where the sofa is anyway, it's in the way, and get behind it and start ripping the paper? So I've clocked this and I'm thinking, for God's sake. So I've brought him over to the area and I've said, Deshaun, don't do, obviously I'm laughing now, it's not funny. But at the time I was firm with him. I was like, Deshaun, don't do that. You know, you're naughty, you can't do that, okay? And come away from there. So I remember this particular day, like I was doing my washing and drying, and I literally just carried the basket upstairs of all my clean washing in to stick them away quickly, because you can leave him for a few minutes, he's all right, you know what I mean, as long as I say, he's got all his bits in place that he needs and he's got his program on, he will get fixated on that for the moment, so I can quickly run and go and do this stuff. So I've come upstairs and I've started putting my clean washing away, and before you know it, I'm forgetting myself. I'm just getting the clean washing put away, right? I'm not remembering that he's downstairs on his own because he's so quiet. And that's another thing. When they're quiet, they're up to stuff. Yeah. So he's so quiet. So I'm, you know, thinking, oh, he's all right then. I'm putting all my stuff away in their rooms, in my rooms, whatever's. And I come downstairs and I swear to God, I couldn't believe my eyeballs. I've come down and there's a massive patch ripped from near the TV, right? So it's like, if I'm honest, it was probably about this big. The patch of wallpaper was gone. And then another piece of wallpaper was gone. Nearly the whole wall was gone. So, you know, when you pull a bit of wallpaper, if you're stripping your wallpaper or something, and a big bit will come away, like he's pulled it and it's nearly as tall as me, the patch that he'd ripped away. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, Dante, quick, right? And he's like, what? And I'm like, look what he's done. Like, so, you know, any other child does something and you're going to shout at them and you're going to tell them off. You're going to discipline them however you do, whatever's. Obviously, I can't do that. So I was like, Deshaun. So in the moment, I was like, Deshaun. And then I remembered myself and I was like, Deshaun, you know, look what you've done. For me, it was like, I've lived here 12 years. This wallpaper is not going to be in the shop no more. This is now going to be long-winded if I had to redo that whole wall again. Do you understand? Because I've got 2 walls in there wallpapered and 2 walls in there painted. And so I thought, now, the person who I am, I'm not a hoarder, okay, yeah, but I do keep certain things sometimes in the back cupboard in the kitchen, just in case I might need it again later on, yeah? Thank God I am the person who I am. and I had some of this wallpaper left in the cupboard. Yeah, I had a feeling. I thought to myself, I swear I've got some bits left in the cupboard. Yeah, so I went in the cupboard, searched through the back of the cupboard, because obviously over the years I've got more stuff. I've gone straight to the back of the cupboard and I found the bag. And it was like full of wallpaper. This particular wallpaper, there's just bits in there, and then I found like near on pretty much half a roll. Oh, I was so happy. I swear to God, I was so happy. Yeah, I was still annoyed. Yeah, but I was happy that I still had this wallpaper, because I'd have had to do the whole living room again. This is the thing, like when they break things, obviously, bless them, they don't realise the impact that it has, because like I would have had to do the whole living room again. My living room's covered in photos, massive photos all over the walls and everything. I'd have had to remove all that, redo it, blah, blah, blah. It's all long-winded, but this is part of this life. This is what they do. Do you know what I mean? So in that moment, straight away, because I couldn't leave it looking untidy like that, because I'm like a clean freak, I can't leave it like that. So straight away, I like got the wallpaper paste out, because I've got my little Bob the Builder cupboard. Yeah, got the wallpaper paste out, sorted it all out, and got the paper back on in these patches. And luckily, you can't see the line where I've had to add this piece on, because I've got all the photos there, so the photo covers it. But yeah, that was the damage to the wallpaper. Could not believe my eyeballs. And since he got told off for that, he hasn't done it again. God, touch wood, because long. So yeah, he hasn't done that again. I feel like when he gets these things in his head, he'll do them, and then when I firmly tell him off, he stops that, but then he moves on to something else. When he smashed the TV, like, again, that's an inconvenience, because it's money. These things cost money. TVs aren't cheap. And you know, when he smashed it, he hit it right in the middle of the centre with a toy, bang, straight in the middle, and smashed it. And literally, again, like I say, this stuff's costly. Like, this is the life that we have when they break stuff. Like, luckily, I'm good with money and stuff, and I have money set aside for these types of things now, because, you know, imagine if I didn't have the money, we'd have no TV to watch. Like, you know what I mean? And yeah, that was a real inconvenience. But, you know, I kept it moving. I told him off. He didn't do it again. The TV that we have there now, he hasn't done it again. When he tries to go a little piece close to it, I say, come on, step back a bit, darling. Like, I just keep on top of him. Yeah, so that's that. Now, what else has he done? The biting of the toys. Yeah, he's chewed them all pretty much. He's got so many toys, and I've had to put them all away now. What I would like to do with them is wash them all down and take them to, like, before all this pandemic happened, and that, what I was going to do is wash them all down and take them to like doctors and that, so the children could play with them in the reception area, because I've got so many toys and they're just not getting played with, and I just think someone else can benefit from them. So that was my plan, and then this happened, so obviously I don't think they'll take them for now. But I've set them all in the cupboard, and hopefully they will, because there's nothing wrong with these toys. Like, for the ones he's chewed, I've thrown them, but he's got so many toys in there, like, that he could have played with, bless him, and he just doesn't. Yeah, so it is really sad. You know, you get obviously the fake flowers in the vases and stuff like that. He started to, like, if I was doing washing up or something, I'd come back in the living room and I'd find like bits of the flowers all over the floor, like where he started to chew those as well. You know, the pot puree things as well on the coffee table that I had before he broke it. I'd have a pot puree thing on the table with all the like nice smelling purees in there. He would eat them, like, so I had to remove all that now. So yeah, these types of things I now learn. Well, this was then though, to be fair, like, he's 6 next week, so now he's near on 6. Like, he still does these things, but not as greatly as before when he was smaller. He was doing them way more before, like when he was 3 or something like that, 3, 4, he was really chewing, and actually probably still a bit last year too, to be fair. But he's getting better with it. Like, it's not a continuous thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's getting there, bless him. He just, you know, he's just the way he is. He can't help it. So the constant battle with the bad habits. So bad habits for Deshaun is chewing his fingernails. I don't even know where that came from. I mean, I get my nails done, but so I don't chew my nails. Dante don't bite his nails either. So I just don't know where it came from. I don't know why he started the nails biting, but he did. And when he starts these habits, it's to a point where it's got in his head now. He has to keep doing it continuously. And the downside of it is he will chew them till they bleed. Like, he'll sit there chewing his toenails, and his nails, you know, when they're right down, like really low down, his nails are really low down, like they look horrible. And I try so hard to like stop him from doing it, bless him, but the bleeding, that's really bad. Like that's what happens. He does bleed. It's really bad. And it makes me sad for him, because I think I don't want him to do that. He's literally hurting himself. Like, I don't want him to hurt himself. Do you know what I mean? He used to hit himself as well. When he would have his meltdowns, he'd hit himself, and that really upset me. I had to stop that. I'd always hold his hands and say, no, baby, don't do that. You know what I mean? I don't want him to hurt himself. He's going through enough, do you know what I mean? Every single day of his little life. Like, he doesn't need to be adding to it. Like, I don't want him to hurt himself. So the nail biting, really bad. This new one, it's a bit funny, but it's not. He's starting to burp all the time now, but it's a forced burp. Like, he's doing it. Like, he's like I can see him doing it, and I'm like, Deshaun, like, he's so funny to me, yeah. But he's doing it, yeah. It's not just because he just ate something and he's just like burping. He's trying it now with me, I think. But yeah, that thing. But again, because I teach Deshaun in the house, I'm preparing Deshaun in the house when I discipline him and that, to prepare him for this big wide world that has rules, as I spoke about before, that has rules. So I teach him to have manners, yeah. I don't want him, although his one-to-ones and that, and his teachers at school know what he's like and stuff, I still don't want him to be doing those things. I want him to understand that that's not what you're supposed to do. So even though he's doing this as a habit now, like, I always make sure I say, what do you say? And he goes, pardon me. Like, so, you know what I mean? Even though he gets these habits that they know that he's going to have, and they get it, like, at least I'm going to try and give him the manners for it as well. So I've said to him, you say pardon me, and now he will say that. And when he does it, it's so funny, because he'll do it and he'll look at me like that, and I'll go, Deshaun, like that, try not to laugh. I'm like, what do you say? And he's like, pardon me, with a smile on his face. He thinks he's slick, but he's not. What else does he do? Screaming and stuff. So another thing, as I said in his last video, Echolalia that he has, which is a part of his autism, where he repeats himself, he will repeat everything. So all of his TV programs that he watches, all he does all day long is repeat it. And there'll be times when you think you're having a full-blown conversation with him, bless him, but actually he's just telling you stuff that he's heard on the TV. So one of the things that he likes to watch is Peppa Pig, but we've had to like relax Peppa Pig a little bit, mate, because he will sit there and copy Peppa all day long. He'll be going, oh, like, you know the Peppa Pig noise, yeah? He'll be like going around the house like all day, and we're like, Deshaun, okay, we get it. You're a little piggy. Like, can you stop now? And we'll make fun with it, you know what I mean? But it does get too much, like everything that he hears, because he's repeating every single thing. He even knows adverts off by heart. He'll sit there and repeat adverts all day. As soon as the advert comes on, he's sitting there singing to it. I mean, onto like, I think you watch a bit too much telly, mate. But yeah, everything's repeated. So for instance, there's a part on The Lion King where Simba finds Nala again. Nala and Simba find each other again. Do you remember that part on the cartoon version? And they go off, they fall in love when they do that Can You Feel the Love Tonight song. And they go off, don't they? And Pumbaa and Timon, they're teary-eyed singing the last part of the song. And like, then they start going, wah! Like that, screaming and crying, Pumbaa and Timon do, hugging each other, yeah? That cry Deshaun will do. So when he's actually distressed, it's that cry that he does. And it's like a really loud screeching cry. There's also a cry on Peppa Pig that Peppa's little brother George does. And it's like really loud cry. Deshaun copies that. But it's to the point where I feel bad to say it, but it's like it gets annoying. Not to be nasty, because I also feel mums as well that don't feel embarrassed to say that you're getting a bit fed up. Don't feel embarrassed to say that it can be a bit annoying, because this is the life that we have to live every day. We can't just sit there and be like, oh, it's okay, it's fine, because it's not. Do you know what I mean? It's not. We are allowed to be stressed out. We are allowed to have that moment where we get fed up. And when he has his days where he has those days where it's a miserable day, right? Where he's crying all day, he's complaining about everything all day. He has his meltdowns all day. And I literally have to come into this room and cry sometimes. I can't even lie, I'm not going to deny it. I come in here, I say, Dante, just sit with him for a minute because I can feel it coming. And I just come up here and I sit here and I cry and I cry and I get it out, right? Because it isn't easy. Like, it is very stressful, and I'm never going to be fake on these videos. I don't care, you can judge me if there's people who are watching, because you know we always get people, no matter what positive stuff you're saying, you'll always get someone who has to be negative and say something not very nice to someone else. And I don't care for those people out there, if there are any. Like, crack on, you don't live this life, I do, so do you. And I'll do me. So yeah, basically, I don't feel a way to say that I sit in here and cry sometimes, and because I do. And then when I've done it, because I don't cry in front of my kids, that's what I don't do. I've cried a few times in front of the show and I've broke down in the moment because I couldn't get away quick enough to cry somewhere else. So he's seen me cry and he's wiped my eyes, bless him, like, oh, and then that makes me cry more because I think, God bless him, he just doesn't understand. But I loved that he was comforting me. That's another thing his teachers have said at school. He's very kind and he's very like that. And if he sees someone distressed, he'll say, oh, they're crying, and like try to go over to him. So that's one thing about these children, they're so loving. So when I have broke down without realising it, and I haven't meant to, it's just, I can't stop it. He's wiped my eyes and given me a cuddle. But yeah, no, it isn't easy. And I break down, I get it out, and then I come back. Yeah. Because those days where he has days like that, oh, they are a lot. They really are a lot. And, you know, I can only deal with it how I can. I'm only human. You know what I mean? So, yeah, the copying of things, like the screaming and the crying and the everything, because he copies every single thing because it's what he does. He can't help it. It's all I'm hearing all day. You got to think. And the other thing as well, you always have to answer him. Like, because if you don't, Deshaun will be like, Mum, 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 Mum. And I'm not kidding. Like, that's how it is. With his echolalia, that is how it is. And if I'm busy and I'm trying to do something, or I'm on the phone to my mum or something, and he's like, Mum, Mummy, 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 Mummy. And I'm like, and I want to say, what? do you know what I mean? I'm just being honest, yeah? But I don't say that. I'm like, yes, Deshaun. And I have to remember myself, because I'm like, yes, Deshaun, and I forget myself. Then he'll like go like that. And I'm like, yes, baby, what's the matter? And then he'll talk to me because I've changed my voice. Do you know what I mean? And then he'll say, Mummy, look, cloud, because he's looking out the window or whatever he's seen on TV. And he'll tell me, and he'll be like, look, Mummy, Chase, because he watches Paw Patrol. And I'll be like, yeah, Chase. And then he'll stop then. Do you know what I mean? So you have to answer him and stuff, because he'll go on and on. Yeah, the waking up early thing, that's another habit that he does. Like, he started waking up early again. And as I was saying before on my other video, like, I got the blacked out curtains to make sure that he sleeps longer. But then we've just had Christmas, haven't we? And we're literally in half term right now. So it's like, basically, you know, over Christmas period, I do like to stick to the routine of him going to bed at 8 o'clock every single night without fail. Even on weekends, I put him to bed at 8 o'clock because, like I said before, bedtime is like good time for parents like us, because we need that break. But then over the Christmas, I thought, let him stay up a little bit. So I let him stay up over the Christmas period, and he's gone back to expecting that now. So he's been waking up stupid early. So I'm trying to get back on track with that again now. I'm, you know, getting him back to bed at 8 o'clock, but it's just the early waking, the 6 o'clocks. And I'm like, bro, I could be keeping to at least 7:30, at least give me that. But, you know, it is what it is. What else have I wrote down here? Creating a sleep routine. I think I've talked about that before. Chewing the toys, ripping books. He rips books. So his teachers have done this thing online where he reads his books online now, and you get little gifts and stuff like that when you complete the books and stuff. So we read his books online on my phone. That's how we do it now, because the having the physical book, he just rips all the pages out. He rips them all. Everything gets ripped. So I haven't even bought him any more books for a while, because they just get destroyed. Everything gets broken. And yeah, the creating a sleep routine, that is something that I've done. I've spoke about that in the past video. So yeah, these are the little things that I've had to deal with Deshaun. And you know, at the end of the day, it's like, it is what it is. Like, it doesn't affect me greatly, but it does. I think I'm one of these people who always, like, in one of my past videos, I remember I said that I don't struggle in this life greatly. The thing is, because I'm one of these people who just get on with things, I don't think I really have time to realise that, God, Carleen, you do a lot every day. And, you know, the things you go through every day, I don't know if somebody else could do it. Because I think so far I haven't really told you a great deal. Like, I've just told you a few things. But when I speak to my friends, if they say, oh, how are you? I'll just say, I'm all right. But I'll probably had a cry that day. But I won't tell them that, because I'm just not like that. I just get on with this and deal with it the best I can. But I do actually have a lot to deal with. And actually, I think because I just get on with it, I don't actually sit back and think, Carleen, you do actually do a lot and have a lot to deal with. And like I said, like the days, the stressful days where he cries a lot and stuff, like, it can be very draining, so draining. And I don't think I really realise how draining it is, because, as I say, I just get on with it. But it is so draining. Oh, it is so draining when he cries like that. I just so thankful for my son Dante, honestly. My son Dante is, I couldn't tell you. I can't put into words how special that boy is to me. My friends always tell me he's a credit to you. He's amazing. He's great, blah, blah, blah. And I know that, and they'll say, but Carleen, you always say that, but like, you need to realise you brought him up, you're the reason he's like that. And again, yeah, I get it, but he is a lovely, sweet boy, and I love that boy so much with my whole entire heart. And he helps me so much. Like, right now it's half term, he's downstairs with Sean, keeping him occupied while I'm here doing this for you all. You know what I mean? Like, and all I can hear him doing is just playing and having fun. Like, oh, I just love Dante so much. So yeah, that was a quick video today, I think. Was it? I don't know. I feel like I just rabbit on sometimes. But I've got to pop out and do a few things. But that was that video. Thank you so much. The next video, what will it be? I'm going to let you know right now, because I've already planned ahead, because I'm like that. The next video will be discussing Deshaun's birthday and his presents, because he's 6 next Sunday. So yeah, because obviously he, as I've explained, doesn't greatly play with toys anymore, I'm going to be showing you and explaining to you what I got him instead as an alternative. So yeah, we'll be talking about that the next time, and a few other things maybe, I'll see. But once again, thank you all so much. I love you guys so much. You're all so awesome, man. I swear to God, like, all the love you've shown me, I really appreciate it. I'm so thankful. Thank you so much. I did not expect this to happen, and it has, and I have no complaints. Take care of each other, love one another, and please, please, please reach out to people. These times right now are so difficult, and at the end of the day, like, you never know what someone else is going through. Please consider that, because there's times when you're down. Just think what someone else is feeling like. Yeah, so just even check up on someone right now. Please just do that for me. Just do that for me. Get your phone and send someone a message you ain't spoke to for ages, and just say, hey, long time no speak, how are you? And you will be surprised how that makes someone feel, because as soon as I lock this off, I'm going to do the same. So thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, please, because I'm seeing loads of comments, and if I'm honest, most of those comments are people who I know. I genuinely know all of them. But I would love to see some new moms pop up and tell me about you. Tell me about your beautiful kids. I want to hear. I want to know. I want to know what's going on with you. Don't just hear me rabbiting on. I want to talk to you too. This is what this is for all of us to join together. And thank you so much. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves, and I will definitely be speaking to you very soon. I love you guys. Speak to you soon.